likes Christmas a lot, but the Grinch who lived just north of Whoville did not. The Grinch hated Christmas the whole Christmas season. Don't ask me why, no one quite knows the reason. It could be that his shoes were too tight. I didn't know the Grinch had shoes. It could be that his head wasn't screwed on just right. But I think the most likeliest reason of all could have been that his heart was two sizes too small. But whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes or his head, he stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the Who's, staring down with a sour, Grinchy frown at the warm-lighted windows below in their town. For he knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now hanging a holiday wreath. And they're hanging their stockings, he snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Christmas, it's practically here. Why, for 53 years I put up with it now. I must stop Christmas from coming, but how? Then Grinch had an idea, a wonderful idea. Grinch had an awful idea. The Grinch had a wonderful, awful idea. I know just what to do, the Grinch laughed in his throat. I'll make a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat. He chuckled and clucked, what a great Grinchy trick. With this coat and this hat, I look just like Saint Nick. All I need is a reindeer. The Grinch looked around, but since reindeer are scarce, there was none to be found. Did that stop the Grinch? Why, the Grinch simply said, if I can't find the reindeer, I'll make one instead. So he took his dog Max, and he took some black thread, and he tied a big horn on the top of his head.
You stop with that.
Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks. The ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. Then the Grinch said, "Gap!" and the sleigh started down to the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town. He rode until he got to the first house of the square. This is stop number 1, the old Grinchy Claus hissed as he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch, but if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once for a minute or two, then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue, where all the Who's stockings were all in a row. These stockings, said the Grinch, are the first things to go. Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the whole room, and he took every present. Then he slunk to the icebox. He cleaned it out. He cleaned it out as quick as a flash. Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee. And now, grinned the Grinch, I'll stuff up the tree. He took the tree, and he started to shove when he heard a small sound like the coo of a dove. He turned around fast, and he saw a small Who, Cindy Lou Who, was no more than 2. She had got out for a sip of cold water. She stared at Grinch. Said, Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking a Christmas tree? Why? But you know how Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought up a lie, and he thought it up quick. My dear little tot, the fake Grinchy Claus lied. There's a light on this tree that won't light on one side, so I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. fix it up there, then I'll bring it back here. His rib fooled the child. He sent her to bed. He got her a drink and he sent her to bed. And when little Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney and stuffed the tree up.
Oh.
Then he went up the chimney himself, the old liar. And the last thing he took was the log for their fire. The speck of food he left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. Then he did the same thing to the other whose houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other whose mouses. It was 1:15, all the who's still abed, all the who's still a snooze, as he packed up his sled. Packed it up with their ribbons, their wrappings. Packed it up with their trimmings, their trappings. Packed it up with their boxes, their presents, their floopers, their wangle dog dackers. 16 feet up the mountain, Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip top to dump it. As he took the sled, as he started to shove, he pooh to the who's, he was grinchily humming. They're finding out now, no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up, I know just what they'll do. Their mouths are hanging open a minute or two, then the who's will all cry, boo-hoo. That is a noise I simply must hear. So he paused and lifted a hand to his ear. He did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But this sound didn't sound sad. Why, this sound sounded glad. He looked down at Whoville. What he saw made his eyes pop. What the Grinch saw made the Grinch's eyes pop out of his head. All of the Who's were standing hand in hand, and they were, of course, all singing, without any presents at all. He puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was probably sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe the Grinch thought Christmas doesn't just come from a store. Maybe Christmas comes with a little bit more. Then, well, in Whoville, they say, the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And as soon as his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light, blowing cheerfully on his lumpet, cheerily blowing woo-hoo on his trumpet. He rode into Whoville. He brought back their toys. He brought back their food to the Who girls and boys. He brought back their pringlers and woos-bunglers and snooze-bunglers and trumpet-bumblers. He brought back their wuzzle-bunglers and tringlers and tugglers. He brought everything back, all the food for the feast. And he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast.
Nicely done.